My role in Model Senate was as Senator Cory Gardner of Colorado, and during the exhibition during Model Senate, I had a speech prepared and I had to convey that speech. I had to read my speech during Senate Floor 1. What I liked about my role was that I got to play someone from Colorado, so I got to do research on things that were somewhat local, such as the Animas River spill and such. So it had like maybe a little. I had like a kind of a deeper connection with that, and it made it a little more fun to be researching that particular senator. The hardest part about my role was playing someone that was on the opposite end of the political spectrum. Cory Gardner is a hardcore Republican, where I'm more on the liberal side of things. So dealing with that conflict was a little bit difficult, particularly during the bill. I really wanted things in my bill that were opposite of my senator's views, so I had to kind of adjust to make those arrangements for my bill. I'd say that my favorite memory from Model Senate was when Lyle, who was playing Senator Inhofe, threw a snowball at Tristan, who was playing Senator Leahy. That I think that really got the whole Senate floor and all the audience really excited and psyched to be there. Yeah, it was that was a really awesome memory. One of the more difficult things I had to deal with during this project was reciting my speech on the up on the stand in front of a whole audience and all my peers. That was pretty nerve wracking, and I felt it was nerve wracking because I didn't practice my speech as many times as I could have. I remember during my speech, I messed up on a few words and had to go back a sentence or two and re read it to get it right. So if I had a chance to do this project again, I would spend more time practicing my speech and making it really, really strong. I feel that I was somewhat engaged during the actual exhibition. I remember points where I would, during particularly the caucusing, where I wouldn't know exactly what was going on. There were other people making hard decisions on what the entire party should vote on. I think I wasn't as engaged during this for the reason that I just wanted to take the easy way out and not have to make a lot of decisions or write specific forms of amendments for the bills we were debating. Yeah, I just wanted to take the easy way out. It was a 3.5 hour long exhibition, and I had already read my speech prior, and that was one of the more important things that I had to do. So I had almost, in a way, checked out of the exhibition after I read my speech. All I had to do was vote along with my party. So I feel like I definitely could have been more engaged in that matter. I was pretty happy when the final bill passed out of our committee. Prior to writing the amendments and discussing the amendments, my party was thinking that it would be pretty difficult to pass some of our amendments through and have the Democratic Party agree with us. But since the Republican Party was the majority in my committee, we were able to bring those amendments forth and apply them to the bill pretty easily, which made the exhibition more easygoing. I think that our Senate process mostly reflected what actually happens in Congress, in the real Congress. Except for at the end of our exhibition, things got a little wild and out of hand a little bit, and for the reason that it was a 3.5 hour long exhibition, people are getting pretty frisky. Though what actually pretty well was at the end there were a bunch of people going up and making speeches that they were winging it. They just came up on the spot, and I think that might be something that does happen during real Congress. After going through this whole process, I feel that our Congress is broken in the sense that there is very little agreement between the two parties, and also even within the party. I remember having debates within my own party about what amendments we should make or not make. But yeah, in the real Congress, things are just so split. People are so partisan. It's really, really hard to make decisions. For example, in our model Senate, one bill that we were trying to pass, the climate change bill, the entire Senate was so split. It was all the Democrats voted no, and then mostly all the Republicans voted yes. It was so split, and that's the reason Congress is broken. Overall, I was not too stressed during this project. Probably the most stressful part about it was reading my um, reading my speech. Even though as I had it in front of me, I was just reading words off of a piece of paper. That was still pretty stressful because I wanted to do a good job at it. Other than that, the workload it wasn't that stressful. I think I had a good level of stretch, which drove me to complete all my assignments on time, finish my speech on time, and finish the bill on time. So overall, I wasn't too stressed. If I could do this project again, I would really try to advocate for myself and talk to the teacher about getting assigned a Democratic senator instead of a Republican senator, for the reason that it was really, really difficult to write a bill that didn't really agree with any of my personal values, and in that way, I think that my bill turned out not as great as it could have if I were put on a Democratic Party.